Hello everybody and welcome back to Jade Empire, where we just need to finish talking to some fighters here, but then we can't progress into the Bronze Division quite yet because we need to advance the plot. So let's go ahead and talk to these guys, and then we, I guess, need to go talk to Silk Fox.
Look who stands before us, brothers. You are the unstoppable force that left poor Han a cluttered pile of optimistic wreckage at the side of the arena.
More like the center. He kind of went
He
flying.
will bounce back as fresh as ever, though. He always does.
I mean, it was off camera, but I'm sure there was bouncing involved. Can you talk about the city yet?
We don't know nothing about the army.
Yeah, those are all the same.
Should not
To the start, please.
Yeah, they won't talk about the city yet. So what can you tell me about the guild?
We can tell you to be careful whom you ask about such things. Secrets kept in the open are the most sensitive.
Who is Kailan?
The serpent who dwells in the shadows of this place. Like an air spirit, he is everywhere and yet invisible to the eye.
Brother Sui puts it well. Kailan the Serpent is the guild's will in this place, powerful enough that only the brave or foolish discuss him at any length.
What does the guild do here exactly?
Besides running the most expansive betting operation in the Empire, I speculate that they do much more than that, but we have been smart enough not to find out. We question things in the arena, though. For example, why are we allowed to fight as one body when the rules suggest such a thing should be illegal?
Indeed. I also wondered
cares
that.
more for a good show than fair play. Good shows keep the bet money flowing, especially if a favored fighter were to suddenly and surprisingly lose.
So they rig matches? Why doesn't the Empire just stop the guild?
I agree. I don't want them around anymore. They scare me.
If you let fear guide your decisions, Brother Boo, you will find that you have walked the coward's path.
Philosophy aside, the Empire certainly could wipe them out. But wouldn't another similar organization appear? Regardless, if something could be done, the Empire would have done it already.
Okay, that's all I need to talk to you guys about.
Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
Indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Kana next. Han lacks the competitive drive to progress beyond his current position, but he's skillful enough. Be honored by your victory. Lucky Cho mentioned the guild. I need to know your thoughts on them. The guild has made this a place of spiritual trials. Kailan the Serpent heads their activities here. It is but one part of their larger operation, but their practices disgust me. What can you tell me about the Serpent? He's the real power behind Kui, Lucky Cho, and all the rest. He bends the fighters to his will, but I will not be his puppet. The Serpent will never guide my sword. What role does the guild play? Kailan's thugs are but a larger portion of the larger guild, fixing fights and adjusting the odds in their favor. There are rumors of extortion and worse, but it's best not to speak of it. What can you tell me about the Serpent? Actually, no, we already did that. Why does the Empire put up with the guild? Dishonor exists everywhere. The guild exists in an uneasy truce with the officials, and a steady stream of bribes aids the relationship, from what I hear. Others say the arena recruits for the Lotus Assassins, and it's a theory worth considering. Does my blade somehow aid the assassins that threaten my homeland? I pray not. Okay. So, those two don't like the guild. I'm willing to bet he does, and Han doesn't. I don't think Lily has anything to say. Oh, Han's a sad little man. Don't put much stock in your victory. So she now had something new to say. Excellent. Okay, soldier, what do you have to say?
Looks like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. You ground the hapless one beneath your feet like everyone else does, huh? Han's pathetic for wasting time on the hopefuls, if you ask me. Then again, watching Han stumble to Dr. On every time he tries to handle the real Bronze Division fights is one of the most entertaining things about this place.
Okay, then. So we can't ask him about the guild at all.
Boy, that sure was something. Well, I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. But I learned so much from facing you. Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. I'm not exactly sure how you did it, though.
Pay attention when you fight. Make the enemy's moves your own.
You know, that's a good idea. I tend to focus on myself more than others. Perhaps I can learn some new tricks. Thanks for the encouragement.
Do you know anything about a guild?
All the contestants know about the guild. They are the real power here. Keep your voice low. We don't want Lucky Cho to hear us talking about this.
Who's in charge of this guild? I mean, is Kylon the Serpent?
I don't know about the guild itself, but around here the man in charge is named Kylan the Serpent. He's a powerful magician and incredibly deadly in battle. Retired Imperial champion, in fact. I never have to deal with Kylan. I'm not good enough to compete with the big players, so he isn't interested in me. I prefer it that way.
What does the guild do, exactly?
I've heard from some of the others that they sometimes ask fighters to throw matches, or worse. It may not actually be that bad, but I always advise new fighters to be careful, just in case.
How can they operate so openly?
It's not that open, but Lucky Cho and Kylan don't bother to hide their actions much. I wonder if the rest of the guild appreciates them being that open. As to why the Empire tolerates them, I know of at least one promising fighter who went off to join the Lotus Assassins not too long ago. It was like they recruited him after seeing what he could do here. Maybe there's some arrangement that makes the Lotus Assassins overlook this place.
Probably. Seems like a decent recruiting ground. That's all I need from you.
It's always nice of you to stop by and chat. A lot of people who move past me in the arena never look back.
Okay. Do you know anything about this, Dr. On?
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Haplason stumbled in here for yet another treatment after you defeated him. Impressive handiwork, though I find myself in a position to wish you were less skilled, especially with Han. He is a continual strain on my time.
I'm sure. What's wrong with treating Han?
I think you misunderstand the situation. I have no problems treating Han, but I receive no compensation for tending to injuries. I shouldn't complain, though. The arena pays me to look after you fighters, and Han's constant injuries have helped me hone my healing skills to a razor edge.
Okay. Well, I should let you be. She doesn't know anything about the guild either, apparently. So I think we're pretty much done here for now. We will have to come back after we have advanced time a little bit. So let's go ahead and head on back. And we'll see if there's anywhere we haven't actually explored. I don't think there is. Nah, there isn't. Okay, so we need to go advance time. We also should probably stop by the camp and talk to the Black Whirlwind before I forget. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Or hit a loading screen, that works too. Okay. Black Whirlwind. What is your story with the Imperial Arena?
What? What do you want?
We should talk about your time in the Imperial Arena.
No, I don't think so. I've told you to watch your back, and that's all you need to hear for now. If anything needs to be done beyond that, I'll do it.
What would need to be done?
I don't know. Hopefully nothing, but I'm keeping my eyes open. You just carry on and know that the Black Whirlwind's got your back. Not literally, of course. I respect you too much to go grabbing anything posterior.
If you're keeping something from me, I need to know now.
I'm not keeping anything too important. Like I said, if it gets important, I'll do something about it.
Okay. Forget it.
Good idea. You've got bigger things to worry about than me anyway. Not much bigger, mind you.
I mean, yeah, he's not willing to tell us anything, so I guess we move on. there's not really anything we can do there. So, where is our meeting with Silk Fox? Don't know. It was supposed to be in some sort of an alleyway. We know that, what was his name? Creative something or another. He is in the Golden Way over by the Scholars. There's a merchant square over here. So I think what we're going to do is just explore our way down this way, down this bridge.
Her own master died at her hands, and she had fellow students kidnapped and tortured just because they didn't agree with her.
That sounds right.
Look at this place. So many people. This truly is the heart of the Empire.
Indeed. That's a commoner there. Who are you? Oh, you're just walking around. Okay, we've got a guard. Commoner. Looks like there's nothing in this little square. Wouldn't mind checking over here. Bookstand! Hey, some XP. The History of Flight, Volume 4. Sometime after Scholar Shu Wen and his prototype flyer disappeared, an apprentice from the Imperial City discovered the scholar's cryptic notes detailing the use of the inscrutable power source. The apprentice showed the information to his master, General Sung Tao. Sung Tao was an engineer before he joined the army, and he recognized the potential of the scholar's work. He convinced Emperor Sun Siwen to fund a project to develop a flyer for use in the army. The Emperor agreed readily, and after several months of trying, the first true flyer was created. Within a year, the skies near the Imperial Palace were filled with flyers. Though the safety of the new flyers was questionable, it didn't take long for others to adopt and improve upon the design. Okay. There's nothing in here. Gotcha. Commoner. Yep. There's a vase. There we go. 2 silver. That was totally worth it. Blacksmith shop.
Welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
Sure.
Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
Well, that's not that much. Okay. So this is an artifact sword. Costs 10,000. Warrior's Gem of Forethought. Flawless, which is, I believe, a better staff. 25% damage over basic staff style. Okay. Craftsman's Litany. Focus +5. Well, we'll definitely purchase that. And then that would cost 17,500. This Warrior's Gem of Forethought I don't think is very useful. There's also this Bar of Nickeled Iron, which is only 500. We'll go ahead and do that, and let's also purchase the Dragon Sword. And that should, I think, get us a new style. Yes, indeed it does. So let's bind this one here to 7 will probably be fine. Dragon Sword. Okay. We can try it out. May want to replace Golden Star, may not. Okay, so blacksmith shop. Tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. I've been working with the school for almost 20 years, like my father did before me.
Okay.
When they asked me to work for the school exclusively, I accepted. I'd rather have a steady life making weapons by the bunch than doing special orders all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I get to make something unique. The masters have some amazing scrolls describing weapons I never even knew existed.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
Well, it's the best of its kind in all the Empire, or at least that's what I'm told. Of course, it's seen better days.
Naturally. Now that it's run by Lotus
Assassins
Assassins.
Really hurt the school, if you ask me. Seems the students spend more time bickering than fighting. But what do I know?
Very little,
If
apparently.
it was me, I'd just kick one of the masters out on his ear. I'd like to tell you which one, too, but I'd better not. Best not to get involved.
I'll figure it out, I'm sure. I should be going.
Suit yourself. I have a lot of work to do. Good day.
Okay, so we're going to need to come back to him to upgrade our staff. This path goes where exactly? To the Black Leopard School. Okay.
Talk to Junda if you'd like to buy some buns.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting clock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk.
Probably.
Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
I mean... Do you mind if I ask you two some questions? I don't need buns.
Talk, talk, talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
Who are you two? What are you doing here?
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side to make a little extra silver.
Junda, could you try to be civil just this once? This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his wife, as he is fond of reminding me. We sell buns here in the city. Well, I bake, and he sells.
Wonder if we'd have any special dialogue if we brought the bun master guy. Not really worth it, though. What can you tell me about the Imperial City?
There is much to tell about the city, but we do need to sell the buns while they're fresh. Perhaps you could be more specific?
Tell me about the key landmarks in the city.
Why don't you go and check out the Imperial Arena? It's a prosperous place to sell buns, especially before a big fight.
You and those fights. I can't stand watching them. I prefer to take walks by the wall, or just gaze at the magnificent palace.
What can you tell me about the arena?
What's to tell? Fighters fight, spectators watch, gamblers gamble. It's just like any other arena, except the level of competition is very high here. I'd talk to Kui, the promoter, if you really want to know more about the arena. He talks more than you do, but at least he buys my buns.
Tell me more about the tavern.
It's busy, but it's a good place to get information and meet people. Best wine in the Empire, too.
How would you know, you lazy lout? You've never been outside the city in your life. Best in the Empire. Ha! Probably the only wine you've ever had.
Probably. I'd like to know more about the wall in the palace.
The wall is magnificent. It just keeps growing. Though I pity the criminals who are forced to work there. Very few ever return. The palace is truly one of our greatest treasures. The heavens have indeed blessed our empire greatly to give us such a beautiful edifice.
It's unnatural, I say. Just floating up in the air. Emperor or no, it's not right to live in a place that just floats like that.
The palace is floating? That's interesting. I want to ask you something else about the city.
What did you want to know?
I'd like to know more about the various districts.
Well, this district is called the Market District. This is where most of the buying and selling happens. Most of the lower classes live and work here.
And die here, too. Not like those nobles and wealthy merchants over in the Golden Way or in the Scholars Garden. Born into a life of luxury. Must be nice.
Yes, dear. Life has been cruel, hasn't it? good work, a wonderful family, and many friends. Poor Junda. Next you'll blame the nobles for your backaches, too.
Tell me about the key landmarks in the city.
Why don't you go and check out the Imperial Arena?
We already did this. Okay, I'd like to ask something else.
What did you want to know?
Can I go back to my original questions?
Yes, yes, more questions. Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh. Or at least they were when we started talking.
I have zero interest in your buns. So, tell me what you know about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand? Now there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
Okay then. I'm searching for Master Lee. Have you heard of him?
If he hasn't bought a bun from me, I likely don't know him. Come to think of it, if he hasn't bought a bun from me, I don't want to know him.
What if he's
Junda,
going to?
You withered old coconut. What's your problem? There's more to life than selling these buns, you know. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of your friend either, and I'm not sure what you mean by master. Try the Scholar's Garden. The people there might know your friend.
Probably not. He's probably not here anyway. Well, he's probably here, but he's not, wandering around the city. I should be going.
Go then. I have buns to sell, and it doesn't look like you're buying.
That is correct.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it lasts long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Okay, so what else do we got going on up here? We've got apparently a whole bunch of nothing over here, although there is a bamboo cask. Hello, bamboo cask. Gem of Foresight. Okay. What else do we got? We've got a commoner there, a vase here. 3 silver. Wee. Okay. Couple more commoners. And this leads up to the arena here. Okay. So, where were we meeting Silk Fox at? Let's check the dialogue here. Oh my. This is not exactly what I'm looking for. I was hoping for the dialogue for this particular quest. Well, we'll find her, I'm sure. Way of the Closed Fist isn't happening. Heavenly Lily is... We're working on it. Fading Moon is in the Necropolis. Creative Yukong is in the Scholar's Garden. We can't progress the arena yet because we need to talk to Silk Fox. Okay. So, in that case, we have an option. We could either head towards the Black Leopard School and see what's going on there, or we could head to the Golden Way. And past the Golden Way is the Scholar's Garden. I think we're going to go ahead and head to the Black Leopard School since we're right here. Sign just says Black Leopard School? Yeah. Okay. This is the Two Rivers theme. Do you hear that, Dawnstar? Why is the Two Rivers theme playing? Interesting.
Do you really think we'll find Second Brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second Brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second Brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for Second Brother, not bicker like school children. Now get moving.
Well, that was cryptic. Okay.
Is Is this a school? It is so much bigger than what we had in Two Rivers.
You're a fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you. Hey you! What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out!
Good luck. I'm just visiting.
Ha! You sound like my weakling friend over here. Oh, please let me pass? No. Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt?
Bring it, jerk. How about you let me pass?
You don't hear so well, do you? Maybe we'll just have to show you what we mean. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
Good luck. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Here? Gotcha. I really need to put some damage into Legendary Strike. Get off. Yeah, I do no damage. It's all good. Okay. They actually did some damage there because I pressed the wrong button. I let him charge. Shouldn't have done that. That was entirely my bad. Okay. I really do like the playstyle of Legendary Strike, though. Oh, stop it. You jerk. Well, he thought he got out of it, but he really didn't. I am having a hard time actually hitting these guys a bit. Mostly because there's just a million of them. There we go. There we go. Got that one down. Oh man. These guys, though. These guys. Like, you want me to start trying yet, guys? I'm still using my training style here. If you want me to start trying... Yeah, whatever. You can do that a little bit if you want. There we go. And let's just finish him off. There we go. Hey, leave our novices alone. If you want to fight, you can fight me.
Peace, third brother. That is no way to treat a guest.
Guest? This guest just attacked our novices, and you're gonna look the other way? You're just like Master Radiant, weak and...
Enough. Leave us, third brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you.
Yes, first brother. I apologize for my outburst. Come on, you louts. You'll be scrubbing the dining room floors for your part in this little altercation.
I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School.
Thank you, First Brother Kai. However, I'm going to put a cut in here, and next episode, we will finish up talking with First Brother Kai. See you all then.